We have the man Chad here. How do you pronounce your last name? I don't want to butcher it.
McLean.
McLean.
But I'll accept any answer.
Yeah. I knew it wasn't McClellan. That's Dan.
Dan
I'm showing my age a little bit there. But we're here with Chad. You guys probably see him a lot, YouTube, social media, walking us through all of the Storm Rotogrip 900 Global Master 3G products.
Yes, sir.
We're going to mainly focus on stuff that's either really popular or new that you think consumers might want to know about.
Okay. Well, the first big thing, I think, is this Asel. So the Cell was one of the most popular releases of Rotogrip in Rotogrip history. Now it's got AI technology in it, which drives the RG lower, the differential higher. So now it's the Asel that you knew, that you loved, but better.
Okay, cool, great.
But better.
If you had to pick Asel, do you think it'd be the original, that would be like the new and improved version of?
I think so. I think the surface matters, I think the material matters, and I think the color matters.
Okay.
So it's very similar to it. We didn't go bright like the Gym. You see a different characteristics and reaction, even just by changing the color alone.
Yeah.
So it's very similar. I think the original, the OG Cell is what is going to be the most.
Yeah. So there you have it. Those of you at home, color makes a difference.
Color does make a difference.
Cool. What else you got?
Oh, the Tension Star is still banging.
Yeah.
It's a cleaner material. It's not nano-based like most other balls like the Gym again. So it's going to be straighter through the fronts, retain the more energy, and kick pretty hard left.
Yeah. This one's been selling pretty good for us for
Yep.
a while. So
Let's see. Got to talk about the Ion Pro.
okay.
It's our first ever asymmetric benchmark. Now, benchmark can come with several different definitions of terminology. It can either be the first ball out of your bag, it can either be the ball you use the most, or it can be the ball that's the most versatile. And actually, it could be the ball that's right in between everything else.
Right.
So I don't think you need to lock yourself into a specific definition. Just know that it's going to be versatile. It's at that happy magic range of 30 diff. So it's not going to lock up and get going forward too much because the diff is too high. The cover isn't the biggest cover. It's middle of the road, TX16, so phase 2. But it's hybrid, which has never been used. That's also kind of cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people got sad when weight holes went away because people liked their IQ Tour low pin, low hole. This kind of simulates that. So if you did want to go pin down, you'd be safe in doing it and not absolutely squash the diff by drilling on top of the weight block.
At the Pro Shop convention yesterday, Hank was, I believe, talking about how with the absence of holes as well as some of the adjustments across all the manufacturers, adjusting for hardness, those kinds of things, that we're seeing a lot more of these balls that have a little bit of intermediate diff as like the new benchmark ball, even across other brands.
Yeah, so the whole weight hole rule affected how we manufacture the balls. Absolutely, that's a question we get a lot. Does that affect you and the design process? And yeah, you have to.
So do you think with the weight hole rule gone now, do you think for the average league bowler, the benchmark ball maybe is kind of being redefined as something with a little bit of intermediate diff and not a symmetrical ball?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a great way of putting it because you have to generate that ASIM somewhere, and if you can't do it with weight holes, it's best to do it with the weight block. And some have more intermediate than others. So knowing how to fine tune that reaction, where you put the thumb hole, kind of matters.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Drilling into the PSA or missing it.
So tell us about AI. This is a pretty cool display that you have here. You guys should sell this online to consumers, I think.
We might. These are 3D printed. These are kind of cool. This is they glued it. The other ones do twist apart.
Yeah.
But AI essentially is amplified inertia. Have you seen those? You see it a lot in architecture and design. You see it in playgrounds also. This honeycomb grid shape is one of the strongest structures even found in nature. So this actually creates a lot more surface area and creates a better bonding process between the core and the cover.
Very cool.
So it does interact with the pins different. And like I said, it drives the RG down and diff high. So we can create a wider range of dynamics that we weren't able to previously.
Let us know down in the comments, guys, would you buy this? Your favorite ball, if you could go on Storm's website and get your favorite ball 3D printed like this, would you buy it and how much? Because I think it'd be cool.
And what ball do you want to see feature AI core next?
Yes. My career high, 858, is with a dark coat. and I would get that.
Code AI.
Yeah, if it could have my series on it. Maybe you guys have your own rewards for those kinds of things. Who knows? Where are we going to next? Global?
Harsh Reality Pearl.
Guys, we just did a video on this, and they were very impressed.
Yes. So this one, like the original Harsh Reality, is nano-based. So that's how I like to classify my reactives, nano-based and non-nano-based. So this is definitely a nano-based material. It's going to get going forward a little bit sooner, but because it's pearl polish, it's going to retain that. That's where that continuation comes from. So it's a matchup of the material with the surface finish.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, good ball. It's very tacky. If I leave my hand on it for just a second, it kind of absorbs the oil off my hand and makes it into a very tacky situation, which is what you want to see in a ball.
Sick, yeah. So, question: we're seeing a little bit where this is maybe people are thinking this is closer to an altered reality.
Yeah.
Do you think that's fair?
I think so. Not only because of the material, but also the color. It's similar in nature.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that matters because you feel it in finger inserts, right? Clear inserts are soft, black inserts are firm. The type of dyes or pigments that you use will absolutely change the oil absorption rates, will change the RAs, it'll change the friction. Not hardness so much, but it definitely has an effect on it. So yeah, as far as what the altered once was, it's a good replacement if you like that ball.
So a lot of reality fans out there, I wanted to get this in here. What is going to be closer, the Harsh Reality or this with some surface on it?
Say that one more time.
The original reality, what is going to be closer to that? Because that was such a popular ball, especially in our area.
Okay.
Is this Harsh Reality going to be closer, or do you think this with surface would be closer?
Probably this one with surface would be a little bit closer because it's pearl, a little bit cleaner. That's a big ball. That's a lot of ball.
Yeah.
And the reality I felt was a little bit cleaner.
Yeah.
I thought it was cleaner and straighter through the fronts.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
A lot of guys at the office thought so too. Gio, that's his favorite ball.
Yeah.
And he says that this one is a little earlier.
Yeah.
But it's going to be the closest one with surface to it, I think.
Okay, so reality fans, there you have it. Storm ball, we went over the Ion Pro.
Ion.
So anything else you think consumers need to know there in that lineup, or?
Well, the Surge is kind of our first textured solid.
Dull Surge, yeah.
Textured solid Surge. As everyone knows, they were being produced in Mexico for a while.
Yeah.
Saw the stickers. Now this is these two, this one and the Blackout here, or the Midnight, are actually being produced in Utah.
Interesting.
So we brought it back home.
Can you elaborate, or would you like to elaborate why the switch, or?
We just felt that it was time, especially with after all the USB-C stuff, we wanted more control over the quality.
Sure.
Because doing it out of house,
right.
That's why we don't get any balls made overseas except for the clear polys, because that's a completely different process.
Sure.
Even then, it's hard to control the quality assurance. So that's just one of the things that we've always wanted, and bring it back in. We added a couple more lines at Storm, so we're able to pour more balls a day, and it helps keeping up with the demand with those guys.
Got it, cool. Anything else with triple rollers? Any new triple rollers that maybe average league bowler would want to know about, or?
This is the new tournament travel tote, so it's really, really light. Should keep you under the 50-pound weight limit, I believe, with 3 15-pound balls. But yeah, very light, very stylish, better wheels, and all the good stuff.